Hi, everyone. This is Jane with the Let's Get Loud podcast. You know what? By this time, hopefully, uh, we've gotten like one really nice picture from our photo shoot back, but like we're not telling them, or no, we can't publish any photos with the 1 million, but like we're getting ready for a 1 million right now, you guys. It's a
How
big
many
deal.
looks? How many looks do we need for this photo
I
shoot?
know, I know. No, so that's why it's good. You have so many options. And I am going to put a spreadsheet together with your outfits and my outfit. I don't want them to be matchy, but at the same time, it could be cute to like kind of have a theme going on.
I think we always end up with like just the vibe needs to match, I think.
The vibe. Our vibe matches, my friend.
The
We have the
vibe.
same vibe.
Vibe.
The vibe of the photo shoot. So we're doing basically the photo shoot is for our podcast. So it's like the podcast photo shoot for our new Let's Get Loud title or theme or name. And so we wanted to like, and it was time. Like the last time we did this was freaking at 10 years. So it's been over a year. It was our 10-year photo shoot. Like that we did it
We
for
also did the donut one, but that was different.
Yeah, that was for donut. But like what I mean is like a photo shoot for like us and like our podcast. The picture of the podcast is from over a year ago and it's a good one. We'll keep using it forever and ever.
Absolutely.
Yes. So I told them so by this time you listen to this, you guys, it is the first podcast of March, which is crazy. Happy March, everyone. Alicia is in LA as you're listening to this. Maybe coming home tonight. But yeah, all that to say, I asked him, I want the couch, I want the stools as well that we had last time. So now that I know that these are the things, I asked him if we needed to bring a broom for our confetti. Oh, there might be some confetti. I didn't find a megaphone, but I thought he can definitely like Photoshop one in there, like a black one.
You couldn't find one. What did you do to find one?
Nothing at all. No megaphone was dropped on my doorstep.
Do you want me to ask Neil? He works at a school. He probably has
one. That's fine. I just don't want it to be ugly. It's like I wanted it to be a certain color. I wonder if he can change the color. Maybe it's better.
I was going to say, I feel like photoshopping the color is probably easier than photoshopping an entire megaphone.
And it not looking like it's photoshopped.
Okay, let's start. Do you have a megaphone and and is it black?
Can we, all black? Yeah, it's probably not black. No way. It's probably like white and has like red. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Red crotilo.
Will you remind me? I'm just like thinking of this right now, but will you send me information about picking up the balloons?
Yes, absolutely. So we use Pop Balloons, you guys. If you're from the area, Pop Balloons Twisting, I think is their handle. They are insane. They're
crushing it.
They're crushing it. We're so happy. Okay, so wait, Pop Balloons Twisting. I just want to make sure that we talk about the right things. Yeah, pop.balloon.twisting. They are just the super cutest two sisters, two teachers that are on maternity leave right now. And so they started this business and it seems like it's going so well. They make like those beautiful arches and balloons. They did the heart shape at our event.
Oh, can you guys, that one's so pretty for a baby shower.
That's like so nice. Or just like a baby's first. So cute, huh?
They're so talented. What are they going to do when they go back to work?
I don't know. But anyways, so they are doing our 1 million balloon. I like it's gonna hurt my heart not to like post the pictures of the 1 million.
It will literally, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then I'm like, Jose, make sense of it. That's emotions, not rational. Make sense of it. When you hit 1 million, go.
1, 2, 3, go. You'll have it ready to go.
I think I might even do, you guys are just like listening into two friends talking about anything right now. So you're welcome. Tune in. I was flirting about the idea of having a billboard for our 1 million. So like basically like part of the celebration is like a couple months. And it's promoting our podcast because they're like, oh my God, they have 1 million downloads. You know what I mean? So it's like an easy way for society to, because they might have not purchased the documentary when we had that billboard. They definitely knew about it because they like tons of people would be like, I saw you on the billboard. You have a documentary. But I'm thinking our podcast, that could be cool.
That'd be cool. Maybe we put it somewhere different to catch new people.
Yes, 1 million downloads, absolutely, wherever it's available, absolutely, because it's not like we can just like be like anywhere, but like wherever it's available. Yes.
The other day, someone who was a member said they found out about us on the billboard.
Stop.
She was like, I think she was like vacationing this summer in Shediac and saw the billboard and then looked us up and then liked us and became a member. I was like, that's an insane story. Like, I think when you put up a billboard, you don't necessarily think like that's going to happen.
This is basically $10,000 in a fire. It's like throwing a bag of money in fire, basically. That's how I felt.
I actually told Neil because he was like, oh, I was telling him about the photo shoot and he's like, are you putting that on the billboard? And I was like, oh, the billboard we don't have anymore. Like it's done. And I told him how much it cost. He was like, excuse me?
Yeah, that's market. I mean, it's marketing. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I was ready to not market the documentary anymore and we can market something else and it doesn't have to be for a full year. Was it a full year? Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, but just her story makes me happy. It makes me feel like I'll take $40 off of that 10,000 and it goes to her.
I think for me, I always just assume, this is me assuming though, I don't know all the things, that people that already know us are just reminded of us with the billboard. You know what I mean? That we exist. Oh, I need to watch that documentary, but I am naive because apparently someone found out
that picture was fun. That picture was fun. It made us, and you know what? Some people said, 2 people were like, I miss your billboard. And was like, always like that, like, oh, look at them, like just having fun with donuts. I was like, oh, that's cute. Someone said that to me at Sobeys the other day. And I was like, maybe another one's coming. Like, obviously our 1 million photo shoot, I want it to be like super fun, loud and cute. And like, anyway, so we have this 1M gold at so maybe with that one, okay. I'm figuring this is for the 1 million. This is for the podcast. This is what I need to like to divide. And then just pick fun pictures.
What are you doing with your makeup? Have you thought of that? Are you going like rocker, like black, like?
I was like, what I'm doing my makeup is Crystal is coming to do my makeup, but okay. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe like, black, gold, like just like a smoky.
Yes.
I think that we should be both smoky.
So smoky?
Smokey the Bear. Is that a thing? Smokey the Bear?
Guys, if you have never had your makeup done by a human like Crystal, you are missing out on life. And I actually have like a birthday party that night, which does not match the intenseness of my face that is going to be.
Especially Neil wanted to do like, oh, we're just going to stand outside around a fire. Do you see my face? I am obviously way too pretty to stand outside.
It's so aggressive that we ran into kids that I see all the time, almost every day, our friends' kids, and they were like taken aback by my physical appearance.
Yeah,
like
they hadn't even talked to you.
No, they had a physical reaction to my physical appearance.
I saw that. Are you talking about Chelsea's kids at the hotel? Yeah, they like, she was like looking at me, the girl, just like nothing come out of her mouth, just like staring. And I'm like, yes, we do not look like ourselves. Literally like a filter. Oh, it feels so good. Feels so good. It's fun. So, okay, well, perfect segue to my next thing is, I feel like Crystal is going to hate me on Friday because my face is so dry. And I'm like, I'm not going to do my treatment because again, I'm like, it's like obviously really drying things out and things aren't like as like intense, but it's red and dry. Like that's, and I'm thinking like, if I were to go like on Accutane or whatever, that's what happens to your face. Like before it like kind of clears up, it like really, it's a bruta fácil. Anyways, and so she's going to hate me on Friday. And then this is the next segue of talking about basically by this time, you guys, I don't know if I've survived dairy free, but it's been 24 hours. Let's talk about that. People will love that.
I'm actually so excited to talk about this journey of yours. So tell us everything.
Well, okay. So dairy free is something that has been thrown at my face since I don't know, say like a couple years for sure. The minute I say that I'm shitting my pants, it's always the dairy. I've always had pimples for sure. Acne of this kind, no, but for sure, I've had a few pimples always on the go. You know what I mean? And I would put my patches. I mean, so I've never had like that kind of skin where there's nothing happening. And I knew it was related to something. And I've always kind of related it to hormones and dairy, like my diet, just like and there's a lot of dairy in there and just how I eat. So anyway, but I was willing to have diarrhea and a few pimples for my roasted red pepper dip, like, and my creamer and all of that. And it's just like not changing anything.
Okay.
But I am not willing to have this face for dairy, for roasted red pepper dip. So
Okay.
that is for sure. Like I would stop ice cream to not have this face. Like that's how
Things are getting
serious.
serious over here,
Yeah.
guys. That's
Yeah.
what we need to acknowledge. The second she
Yeah.
makes this change, this is serious.
Serious. And
She
it's
means
not just like,
business.
yes. And it's not even to do, it's literally just the face. It's the face. Margot just sent me a message. She has strep throat. I feel like that's going around because you and I in our throat, we're just like throats are just, but then I did a self-assessment versus good. I'm not kidding. I looked at all the what are the symptoms of strep throat? I have 0 of them. So I'm like, well, I don't have strep throat. So I did my own assessment. You're welcome, everyone.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. So this is me. Jeff, can you check my
lymph nodes?
Would you know what it would look like? And he goes, no, I'm not a doctor. I don't know what I would be looking for. I'm like, just press here. If there's anything weird. He's like, I don't know what not weird is. So I can't tell you if it's weird.
I think strep throat, you have like actual like white things on the back of your throat.
Okay. There's yeah. It's because they seem to be like, that's not strep throat. That is like, it's not just symptoms. It's literally like, we can check with a thing.
Yeah.
You have to be like diagnosed by a doctor. You can't just say that to yourself, and you're on medication. Absolutely, Alicia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So,
back to dairy free.
Okay. Dairy free. So, yeah. So obviously I knew that was like, I know of that as well. I also think that Noah has like an intolerance for dairy as well. Like, first of all, I feel like he often has diarrhea. I often have diarrhea. And the minute he like, let's say eats roasted red pepper dip, and he's been like upping his roasted red pepper dip game lately, he has diarrhea right now. And I was like, I have diarrhea as well, buddy, all the time. Also thinking about like when he would, you remember how he couldn't like keep my milk? He would like projectile vomit all the time when he was a baby. And I'm like,
do you know what's funny is I think Phoebe is sensitive to dairy as well. And she was the same as a baby.
Okay.
Vomit a lot.
Like it was actually insane. Like I remember
I didn't understand how that much could come out of that child.
When I would like, I had to like catch the milk with the blanket.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, I'm ready for your projectile vomiting. So clearly like he's sensitive to a lot of things. Anyways, so I'm like, this morning I'm like, oh, would you like to, cause I told him like no more milk, like until you're not shitting, you're like having diarrhea. And I know it's related to that. He has no other symptoms. Like I feel like it's like might be related to that, but he doesn't always have it. So like, but he always drinks milk. Oh,
and like the kid there's not that many things on his list.
No, unfortunately, like, or good thing is, he doesn't like his things are very like mild, like very like it's crackers and whatever. So things that don't have milk products. And I think that's why he wasn't having diarrhea. Like most of the time he doesn't have diarrhea, and he like poops every day and like everything's good. Just lately it's been like diarrhea, and I'm like, what's happening? But he's upped his roasted red pepper game. No, like lately he's like right into
like roasted red pepper dip is serious. Like it's serious.
Doesn't it affect you?
Big time. And like the first ingredient is sour cream.
Sour cream. I know.
Yeah. I know.
Okay. So that is definitely so this is funny because I said this on the internet that that's going to be the product I miss the most. And clearly I now have 7 recipes on how to make it without milk. And you know what, you guys, I don't want to be rude. Like, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being Josee. I don't want your recipes. Like, I don't like, it's like, it's that hard. Okay. This is the hard part about being me, because most people that show up on the internet, it's like they want attention and want people to respond to things. I'm the opposite, yet I show up on not want attention in a bad way to, when you're like, oh, that person wants attention. That's not what I'm talking about. But tons of people that show up are like, oh, they like to like get the response and whatever. Not me. Don't want any responses. I'm just showing up to entertain you. If you like it, keep listening. If you don't, then you're obviously not a follower. Like that's like kind of how I roll. But I understand that that's not everyone's cup of tea. Do you know how many people start a message with, I know you don't want advice, but they can't stop themselves. So nice. Like people are so nice. You're so nice. So if you're listening to this and you're like, shit, I'm that person that wrote that. I love you. I appreciate you. Keep doing your thing, because that's you showing up authentically. And if I don't respond, I don't hate you. I don't think you're weird. I just don't have nothing else to say. I'm just like, okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you so much. And also, wow, I'm going to end with this. The amount of messages I get, I could never go back and like do your recipe. I don't know where it is. There's like so much coming at me that they think they're the only ones that like might have given me something. So all of them think that. So I get like 20 and it's so overwhelming. I can only do one recipe at a time that I'm never going to do. And I can only try one cream at a time. And I can only see one doctor at a time. So much advice.
Would you want me to make you roasted red pepper dip? Like I could do that, no problem.
Absolutely not, because the hummus has no milk in it. And the compliment one is 2 tablespoons for 50 calories. I'm like, okay, cool.
Are you feeling
try it yet?
Okay. After you try it, you let me know.
Yeah. And honestly, I only eat roasted red pepper dip with those friggin' ketchup chips that I obviously need an intervention with. So perfect. Yeah, that was my intervention.
Okay.
Definitely in a calorie deficit yesterday.
Okay. So
I feel like I've eaten so many grapes. All I eat is grapes. Yeah.
So you're officially going dairy free. Have you set like, I'm going to do it for a month? She didn't like that.
Wait. I can't even say that. She's like, okay, I am not saying officially dairy free. Plus, these people are listening to this in like 3 weeks. I don't know what's happening right now. Go check on me. I am not even sure. This is just in real time. I am on day 2. Now, here's the thing. Because if I do it for 2 weeks, don't you agree that people are going to be like, you didn't do it long enough? If I do it for 2 weeks and there's no change in my face, I am like the person that goes on a diet and doesn't lose weight and you're like, fuck it. So I don't want to be the person that's dairy free, you guys. This is not what I want to be. So that sucks. Like, it's like me being on a diet. So I don't know what to do, Leash. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's exactly what I don't tell people to do for weight loss, but I not have an alternative is my thing. Like,
I think
I'm just doing it for results. I am.
You are, but we also need to give it long enough for you to adjust so that you realize that maybe it doesn't suck as much as you think. You know what I mean? Like, I think you do need to give it a good long go.
Yes, yeah. So obviously yesterday was fine. It's a Tuesday and nothing's happening.
Yeah.
You know, but like this weekend and like whatever, I'm like, it's really going to clean up my things.
But I mean, you can also choose to be super strict and you can also choose to not be, you know what I mean? Like, cause less dairy also is an advantage. And if you reduce it by a significant amount, it will give you an idea of if it's affecting your digestion, if it's affecting your face, like.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I got a message from Christelle, you know, my good friend Christelle, she's dairy free. She's been dairy free for a very long time, related to her personal journey, but also her kids and whatever. And so she was like, what the good thing is, I have really good news. Like, I'm now 80 to 90% dairy, not 100. So it allows you that like little bit of whatever, you know, like, and also starting dairy free on Valentine's Day. That was maybe not the best time. Like, you know what I mean?
Chocolate.
All the chocolate and there was like nothing. I was like, nope, can't have cookies. Things were dropped off at my home. I was like, oh, but I was like so in it that I was like, absolutely not. Like, my face really bothers me. Like, I didn't even want to go out. Like, I didn't even want to leave my car. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I had a thing, didn't show up. Me not showing up at a thing that I said I was going to go is not my style, but I didn't show up.
Yeah,
I couldn't put more makeup on it. I was like, I just like want to like live my life. You know what I mean?
Also,
I could have put makeup, but I just washed my face.
And on top of what's going on right now, the medicine is drying it out. So it's like makeup on top is probably not even like doing that good of a job because then it's dry. It's like,
yes. But it definitely is better than not, but it's just more like clearly it needs to like, and obviously the minute I put something on, it's a brûle. Like, so like, you know what I mean? So it's like, just like, let's like clear it up. Let's like leave it be, you know, but it's hard because it's on your face. Anyways, I'm just dealing through these emotions, everyone. It's like everything else. It's like, I definitely am totally fine with cellulite. And cellulite is basically something that you don't want on your legs, but I don't want this on my face. It's just, I need to get used to it. Everyone's reminding me of that. It's the same thing.
Do you want me to talk to you about a few alternatives in this moment? Like, you could buy some dark chocolate. You can buy chocolate that is dairy free, just so you know.
Yes, I've heard of this. I'm not like, it's almost like, might as well not eat it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's like people that want you to drink weird wine and you're like, no, like I don't want that. So it's the same for me. Like, it's like, if it's not the real thing, man, I bought dairy-free yogurt because I'm like finding like meals. Like for me, it's not just, I'm like, I want like meal ideas that I'm like, oh, that is a meal. And I'll just eat it over and over. We all know that that's easy for me.
Yeah.
So like oatmeal, like cooked with water, obviously, and which I would have done anyways. And then I bought vanilla dairy-free yogurt, so calorie dense. Like it's actually insane. So I'm like, I'll just put a tablespoon of that. And then peanut butter, and I can do like my egg white, like I could do that bowl, dairy-free, you know? So I'm like, okay, well, that could be yummy. And then my wraps.
So the yogurt is probably lactose free and not dairy free.
No, it's dairy-free.
Okay.
Like it's in the vegan $12 for like this tiny thing, you know?
Perfect.
So yes, for sure. I'm so sad that like my cottage cheese is just lactose free and not dairy free. And Dana is not dairy free. She is lactose free.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So she's like, I'm like, where did you find your cottage cheese that is dairy free? She's like, that would be in the section. And there was none of that in that section. So all they had in that section was milk and yogurt. That's it.
So it just hurt you because not only are you doing this, but it's expensive.
Oh yes, the yogurt was on sale. Also, but I'm the only, exactly. But the creamer switch, easy peasy. Love
that's
there's
easy. Some switches that are just easy.
Yeah. But I think it's not even at home that's going to be, it's more like, oh wow, I'm really changing like what I eat at a restaurant that I usually would go to, you know what I mean? But I could also choose in that moment that the tartar sauce is going to be okay. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did not want dairy-free cheese.
No,
I don't even eat cheese, so I don't care. For me, it's more like, what am I going to replace roasted red pepper dip with?
Yeah.
So I'm going to add my avocado, whatever, guac, just has like 4 ingredients and there's no milk and milk product in there. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm sure you were happy when you read the ingredients and you were safe. Marked safe from your
Marked safe from my guacamole. Holy mag, you can't take the roasted red pepper dip and the guac. So I'm thinking guac, and then Miracle Whip has like, it's not milk, but it's like milk is a byproduct of certain ingredients in it. So I was like, I feel like that's fine. I feel like well, I can get, that could be my 0.2%. It says 0.2% and it's buttermilk. Not buttermilk, butter powder, butter something powder
milk.
And then it says in brackets milk product 0.2%.
Okay.
So that's Becel and Miracle Whip.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Becel. Ooh, that would have been a hard one.
Yeah, but I'm like, literally the only time I eat butter is on my toast. So I'm like, I can skip toast, like whatever. Like I'm like at the point, I'm like, okay, well, don't have toast and put jam on it. Like it's fine.
I think Becel are like that kind of thing. There's a lot of alternatives. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's one thing that you'd be able to find something if you really wanted to.
Yeah, and there's no like, again, like it's 0.2% in Becel. It's like butter or something powder, and it's like milk is a by whatever. And I Googled, and it was like, would Becel be considered dairy free? And it was like, yes, but there is still that powder that's in there. So if you want like 100% vegan, they do make a vegan Becel.
Oh my goodness. What a journey we are on here.
Yeah. I do believe that just the biggest difference is the roasted red pepper dip.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll keep us posted. We are going to want to know all about your shits.
Yes. Yesterday I shit twice and not 17 times.
Okay.
And the first time it was diarrhea. The second one it wasn't. Maybe this is the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I honestly think that you just have IBS, and I think dairy triggers it. Like I don't.
Yeah. I think dairy is just a lot in my body. And like since young, like ice cream would have given me migraines when I was younger. Like we like really connected to that, like chocolate and ice cream. Whenever I was young, I had like a lot of, but it was obviously hormones at that time as well, because migraines and just hormones en general. So it's like all of those things, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh, okay. But the selection is very little at our Sobeys. I was like, oh my God, because if you want dairy free, it's just like that one fridge. I was hoping that like I could go in the Becel section and then dairy free would be there, but it's in the dairy free section. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I thought like the dairy-free cottage cheese would be with all the other cottage cheese, but I think they made everything plant-based, everything dairy-free in like one big fridge. They're not
Yeah.
mixing it with other things, you know?
Yeah, it depends. Like my
Depends,
Sobeys,
obviously. Yeah.
my Sobeys has the mix and in the thing.
Okay. Maybe I'll be lucky. Maybe I should like take more time to like really, but I did. Oh my God, did you see the 3 ingredients I had in my thing?
And it'll
This is it.
take time. Do you know what I mean? Like almost like every time you go to the grocery store, see if you can find one new thing or whatever.
Yeah. Or one new idea that you're like, oh, that's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Honestly, your ketchup chips probably had dairy in them too. Milk.
my
The like
ketchup chips.
probably like the seasoning and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like, okay. Yeah. Well, there you go. We'll
You're
see.
just
I'll
you're
I'll
just
go
gonna be
check it.
eating lettuce. It's just gonna be lettuce.
Pretty much. No, a piche. And that's like basically how people see people that are like plant-based or whatever. Like they were just like rabbits. And no, I don't want to have that perception of it. Know what I mean? Definitely eating more fruits and vegetables than I was
Love it.
before. I mean, that's all. That's what I feel like. It's easy to grab, and I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm not grabbing a Reese's Pieces. I'm grabbing grapes.
If you guys are in Moncton on the Saturday, go to the market and get the Red Earth. She does amazing desserts. They're all gluten-free,
I've
all
heard of her.
dairy-free.
Oh, that's
So
super fun.
good.
Super fun.
She has meals, she has soups, like tons of stuff.
Soups, huh?
Yeah. And all dairy-free.
So many liquids. Yes, all dairy free.
Okay.
Well, wow. I don't know how long we've been talking, but this is going to have to be enough. We have to go. We are recording another podcast. We're excited about it. I'm going to go make a coffee. Other than that, ciao, everyone. Oh, forgot to tell you. Oh my God. Forgot to tell you another piece that I'm doing. So there's the new medication. I'm giving it a month. It's been 2 weeks.
Okay.
Then I'm not dairy free, but very close to it. And then water. I started my my journey to water. Your challenge.
Do you see how excited
Yesterday.
I got there? Sat right up.
Yesterday was day 1.
Okay.
Basically, it's perfect. It's 30 days before we leave for Florida. And I
Okay.
was like, okay, at least it's like easy for me to connect to. And it like the next month, I have nothing happening in my life. That's like,
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. It's a very chill over here before we leave. So I'm like, this all turns out to be good. And these are just to see how things will go in the next month. So this is my journey of all the things, you guys.
I can't wait to be fully updated on
Yes.
extra important too for your skin for water. Like I know that it's like drying from the outside, but like
Yes, no, inside out, absolutely.
It makes a difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Again, I don't want to drink water, but if it's for my face, I will do anything.
Okay. I'll be
Anything
so
they want me
interested
to
to see
stuff.
if you like feel actual thirst by the end of the month.
I don't know. I've done this before. Oh my God, so funny. Someone that's like an old member. I was like, okay, I'm drinking water today. I'm like, heard that one before. And I'm like, I know. Hilarious. It's like one of those things that I've never like, I just like don't hold on to it. I try for 2 weeks. I'm like, nothing changed. I'm not more thirsty. This sucks. But now it's like, am I getting results? The results aren't feeling better. The results are my face. Like and I know that it makes sense. I know deep down.
It does make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. It makes sense to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's also a part of my changes, everyone. Modra, I'll just be this hydrated.
Who
Kumbaya.
are you?
Should
Vegan.
start yoga. Should start yoga and meditation. I bet that's it.
Oh my gosh. Meditation for you. Actually, you would rock it because you're good at like the mental part.
Yes.
You would rock meditation.
I felt like meditation is stop thinking. That's not rocking it.
I feel like you would rock meditation. I feel like
I could stop thinking.
Yeah, I feel like you could. Like, I feel like you have control of your brain.
I definitely do. I see what you're saying. Yeah. And it's thoughts. Melissa started it. She started meditation. It's a part of like her wanting to be more in tune with her thoughts as well.
Okay.
Because she's a deep thinker, deep reflector, and that can like feel like your hamster wheel is always, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Jennifer Aniston said it. She said it. Meditation and yoga is why she looks this good.
Oh, she does look great.
She does look real great. She keeps doing movies, keeps looking the same.
Literally the same.
Yeah. You know who really looks good too? Reese Witherspoon. Just watched her movie last night. Looks the exact same. Ashton Kutcher,
that movie, eh?
looking really good. Looking really good.
That movie. Wait, was that the movie that I watched with
just last night?
Ashton
Your Place or Mine? Yeah. Yeah. I watched half, was falling asleep. So I'm like, we'll finish tomorrow. I have to agree. I don't know if I'm like getting older and I'm more like That's lame. Also, Jeff was like, she's in New York, he's in LA. How are they in the same time zone right now? This is Jeff. Because they were both talking in the morning and both talking in the night.
Hilarious.
And he's like, there's like a 6-hour difference here.
Hilarious.
Isn't that hilarious? And then that made it even more fake. And then like it just started off like very like we're like the conversation they were having Zoom about when they were having sex. It's like they're trying in that small short of time to get us caught up on their past. And it was so not authentic. I'm like, why am I? And I didn't say it to Jeff, and I'm like, why am I being so fuzzy right now with their acting? Like that's how I was thinking. And then he was like sleeping with that girl, and then she like takes the car and he doesn't say anything. And in my mind, I'm like, why is she taking your car? Aren't you like, that's my car? And then she leaves and he's like, oh, and she took my car. I'm like, of course she did. We figured that out before you said it. Being very fussy. I was being very fussy.
That movie was only meh for me.
Okay. It's only meh so far and it's been an hour. It was just like too, like again, like say acte, c'était comme low budget à moitié là. Very fake.
Very fake. Very
not
fake.
low budget since they have Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
He's
fake.
looking mighty fine though.
Yeah, he was looking good.
Yeah, he's looking good. She's looking good. Everyone's looking good. They seem healthy, seem happy.
I feel like her and him and Mila Kuna or whatever, they must be on your list of celebrity relationships that you're super invested in.
They're crushing it. I don't know them. I will never pretend that I know these people. Like some people get really invested in celebrities and they're like, no, I know them. I do not know them. This is all just perception. And what I hope it is.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Okay. Well, wow. Chat soon, everyone. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for listening. Happy March break if you're from our area. And right now, for sure, we have hit 900,000 downloads, which is crazy. Just going for that million, you guys, and you are making that happen for us. Thank you so much. Okay, bye.
Bye.